So I'm about to give you the only sales funnel that you are ever going to need for your coaching business. And the reason why I can say that confidently is because this sales funnel alone has generated my coaching business over $1 million in cash collected and around 160K on a new revenue monthly basis. And by the end of this video, you're going to walk away with the step-by-step framework to implement this and start seeing results in the next 7 days. So the first thing that we have is going to be our traffic source. And really, this is going to be an organic base. So it can be something along the lines of Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, anything like that base, but it needs to be organic eyeballs that we're getting to our page. On the other side of this, we're also going to have our ads right here. And this can be platformed on Meta. This can be platformed on Google, Twitter, whatever it is. Really, from this point on, what we're going to do is we're going to start by taking our organic traffic source and we're going to direct this to what is called our loss leader. And that is what those two L's stand for. A loss leader at its fundamental basis is a product that is so good that we're operating at a loss when we give it away for free. And this is going to be where we want to direct all of our attention to. And this is where a lot of people mess up. They might have a low ticket product, for example, or they might just have some crappy opt-in page. And really, that's not going to work. The goal behind a loss leader or giving something away for free and actually doing it successfully is to make it so good that when someone consumes it, they inevitably want to learn more about you. And combined with our loss leader, what we're also going to do is we're going to ramp this up with what is called a aggressive email sequence. And this is going to be on email. There's also going to be on SMS. And really, then what we're going to do is we're going to prove it out using this organic traffic source. This is where almost everyone messes up when it comes to operating their free funnels. Just immediately turn on ads. And when you do this, it is not going to work. So what this looks like in our email and SMS nurture sequence at a very fundamental basis of what we want to do. So when someone opts in, someone gives the information, which we're going to collect on this loss leader. So we're going to get right here, we're going to get their email, and we're also going to get their SMS right here. What we're going to do from that point is we're going to hit them up on a consistent basis. We're going to be giving them, let's say, one email a day. So 1x daily email, and we're going to be giving them on a bi-daily. So bi-daily is every other day, and we're going to be hitting them with an SMS. And this, what we contain in these messages, is really going to be where the magic lies. So really, the biggest thing that we want to do as soon as we get someone's information is make them product aware, because on the front end, we are only showing someone our loss leader, right? So they don't actually have the ability to see our paid product or high ticket offering. We are then actually going to have to make them product aware by showing them, here's what we do, here's pretty much how it works, etc., etc. And when we get their information, that email sequence is going to be heavily based around a few things. First one is going to be book a call. And the second one is going to be what is like to called explain our assets. And pretty much the way this is going to work is you are going to be positioning first off book a call links. So just like, hey, if you didn't know already, we do pretty much these calls, etc., etc. Here's how you're going to get. Here's the problem that's going to help you solve. Please book a call. And when you're going to be doing this, you're going to be hitting them with for the first 7 days. So let me write this here. So for the first 7x days, you're going to be hitting them with a sequence following this framework. The first message is going to be a CTA. So message number 1 is going to be a CTA. Message number 2 is going to be a pure value. So pure value is going to be directing them to a YouTube link. So redirect them here to a YouTube link. The third one is going to be an absolutely no CTA email, just more of a follow-up or share a case study, for example, and then case study right here. And then the final email. So number 4 is going to be a follow-up with some form of added scarcity slash juicing up of the offer that we actually gave them in this initial CTA. So to give you an example of how this would actually work, I want you to imagine we're contacting someone for an online fitness program. The first message that we'd hit them with could be something along the lines of a free body weight consultation. So figuring out where they can actually improve their fitness. That would be the first thing that we hit them with. And that would be our book a call in disguise right here. So our book a call, that's a B. Second thing that we would hit them with right on the second message is going to be the redirect to YouTube. So, hey, not sure if you saw the last message I sent you where I introduced myself, etc., etc. Pretty much here is a walkthrough of if you are X and you're going to describe your ideal customer. Here's a YouTube video explaining how you can get desired result. So for example, if you are a middle-aged man, here is how you can get a six-pack in the next 6 months. And that would be a redirect to YT consultation right here. And then the third one is going to be a pure value. So just saying, hey, check in, maybe tell a story about your product or someone who's going through a transformation. You're going to give them absolutely no CTA. And then finally, the third one is going to be an exclusive offer. If you can do this right, the exclusive offer is going to push a lot of people over the edge. So what you can do with the exclusive offer is we have a few levers we can pull. First one is scarcity. We're not going to create fake scarcity. So if you do not actually have a limited number of slots you can take on. If you have an info product, something of that nature, that's not going to work for you. The best thing to do is just sweeten up the offer. So pretty much making a offer along the lines of, hey, for the people that I onboard right now, they're going to get an extra amount of consulting sessions, or they're also going to get this product in addition to everything that they're also going to receive. Pretty much just juicing up the offer so that if someone is reading this and they are interested, but they haven't just taken that step yet, you are giving them a reason to do it right now instead of in 6 months. And if this doesn't work from this sequence after we've repeated it twice, we're going to completely lay off and move them into our normal email sequence. So it's going to go from here into just a normal email sequence. And I'm going to write NES, normal email sequence right here, which is just going to be something along the lines where you hit them up on a 4x weekly basis. Pretty simple, normal email list newsletter stuff. Then from that point on, our actual loss leader, what it is going to contain. So there's a few things that we can actually do to build this. The first thing that we can have is we can do a free community. So we have the offer of doing a community. The second thing that we have as a potential for our loss leader is to give away an ebook. So an ebook is just explain end goal transformation. And then the third thing that we can actually do is give them some form of video training. Now, all these are great, but I suggest you pair these three things with something that I like to call a tangible free service. So I'm going to explain that right here. Going to be a tangible free service. Now, to explain how to actually execute this, because if you can do this right, it's going to make your front end leads extremely qualified, is looking at a brick and mortar business, an example of how they do this. So let's say you are running a massage parlor and we want people to come in with our massage parlor. We want them to see great success. So our loss leader for our massage parlor, for example, could be a completely free 10-minute massage. Boom. Redeem this coupon, get a free 10-minute massage. And that would be a great way of actually giving a loss leader, because it's something that we usually charge for that we're giving as a tangible free service. And if you want to do this in an online based business, the best way of actually executing that is by trading your own time. So to explain what that looks like, for example, if you are a business coach, for example, my coaching business, we work with agencies. If we, when someone came into our funnel, did a complete analysis of their website, funnel, outreach messages, everything that they have going on right now, it would be a tangible free service that we typically charge for that we're instead offering free as a result of them opting into our funnel. And we can give them something like this. It's going to do a few things. First off, it is going to create a line of contact in combination with the actual SMS and the email that we're hitting people up with over here. If we can create a line of contact with someone, so what that means is we actually have a stream of connecting them that they've responded back to us on. So whether that's on our school community, whether that's on email, whether that's on SMS, we now have the ability to actually speak with them on a tangible basis, start to create a value gap where they're actually going to book in. So to even fundamentally understand what makes someone book an appointment, we have to refer to this doc over here. As you can see here, the size of the problem that someone has plus the perceived upfront value provided equals their interest in service, which also equals the likelihood of them booking an appointment. So what do I mean by that? If I go back to our example of our online fitness coach over here, the size of the problem that they might have might be they are overweight. So we have a stick figure here, got a big belly, and he wants to get a six-pack. That is the size of problem they have, plus, and we're going to add you, and the fact that you right here, you are in shape, you are good, you've got big bicep, you got a six-pack, etc. The fact that you can actually achieve that goal for them equals the likelihood of them booking an appointment, which at our close rate, etc., conversion metric is going to equal money for us. That is fundamentally what makes every single appointment that has ever happened happen. And here are the factors that actually lead to that happening. Really, we've got upfront value, which is the amount of value that we're giving them in the sense of, hey, here is the lead magnet we're giving them, here's the loss leader that we're giving them, here is the information that we're providing in our emails, SMS. Our indirect solution is pretty much all the value that we can provide to somebody without actually speaking with them. The best way of doing this is through creating leveraged media, code, or products that people consume over and over and over again. And I'll give you an example of what I mean by this. If a Grant Cardone were to message any realtor in the world right now, and he were to just message them, hi, dot, the likelihood that they would actually book an appointment with them is extremely high, and it's not because of the upfront value that he provided to them. It is because of the indirect solutions that, because of who he is, allows them to see and actually satisfy this equation right over here, that we are extremely good at what we do and we're actually going to have them book in. Then, from that aspect, once we've actually obliged by that, creating an extremely valuable loss leader in email, the only final step that we have is to turn on our advertisements. And this is where it gets fun, because really, as soon as we drive our ads to this section right here, our loss leader is going to come into effect. we're going to be generating our leads at a lower price just because we're giving away something for free. When you run ads, something for free, it's going to allow you to get a lot of appointments. And that is a fundamental truth. You're going to have cost of a lead between anywhere of $5 anywhere to $15. If you're running at a higher cost per lead than that, selling a free product, something is wrong with your media buying or your messaging. Then from that point on, you're going to have a high ticket service that you're actually funneling people into, and you're going to have a lead to set rate. So let's say that per 100 leads that you actually get in, which let's just say in our middle range here is going to be a $10 cost per lead. So $100 in addition to that. 100 leads for $100, we are booking in 7 of those people at a 7% lead to set rate, as you can see right here. Lead to set rate, which is extremely standard. That's industry KPI standard. Then from that point on, we're getting 7 appointments. And at a 7 appointment ratio right here, if we're operating on an even 20% close rate on a $5,000, $10,000 product, we're going to be making an insane return on that right now. That is with our funnel, and the way we kind of operated things got us to an 11x ROAS, which now sits around a 5x ROAS. And pretty much when you're selling this high ticket product right here, what you do is you allow yourself to be the person that can pay the absolute most for a customer. And when you can pay the most for a customer, you're going to be able to plummet the most amount of money into the ad bidding, continue to just crush your competitors, rise the CPM, and just dominate your entire market space. And that alone, through using that loss leader funnel, is how we pretty much just ran ads. And with this maintaining metrics of our lead to set rate being good and actually having this 5 to 15% cost per lead because we're selling something for free on our advertisements, allowed us to get those high ticket deals, which allowed us to spend way more money than all of our competitors and absolutely dominate our market with an extremely good offer on the front end without increasing or decreasing the reputation of our brand in any way, shape, or form. So I hope the value that you got from this video was worth your time, and I got to run to my next meeting. So you have a great rest of your day.